Out here, all these farmers got their cows in the field because they ain't in the silage lots. There's no corn to give the cows to fatten them up before they sell them in market. That's how it works. They eat in the field and they go fatten up lot. Well, the fatten up lot ain't got no fatten up food. So that's why. Dude, that was like 2 foot high corn. Corn's where's the corn maze this year? Where the fuck is that? Where's that? Because I don't see no corn maze around here. With that diddly ass shit. I ain't never seen no corn like that before. Look, look, look. You got a field of sunflowers out there. Look, damn near the same as the corn did. This is pitiful. We ain't got no damn crops coming in this year at all. Iowa's already been took out, what, 50% of their crops.
I've been proving with footage hundreds of miles of dead corn for 3 years. So I began running the numbers on the corn production and consumption and came up with a date. This guy signed over. It was the biggest fucking national takeover, everything. Every supply chain on the nation was taken over that day. Everything you see today was begun this day by this guy who had complete cognitive abilities, unlike the guy that's in charge today, so called in charge. I said this happened to happen because 2 weeks later, exact day, Wendy's stopped selling beef because I had been saying there will be shortages in the freaking grocery store they need to cover for. Therefore, they have to have the excuse in 2 weeks prior. Boom, boom. That is how a sitting senator's top investigator, fucking precedent setting motherfucking investigator works. The entire time, watching this progressively over the 3 years get insanely more evident that something is going on. Let's investigate this. Why would this begin here if this was a reaction to the fucking sun? It's not. Why is there a fucking body right here holding charge? And why is a charge blasting out of another body over here that you can see at night on your northern horizon? If you go out at night and look in your north, you're going to see a massive, big, black fucking shadow there. Well, what the fuck do you think that is? That's this that we watched creep up from way back here a couple of years ago. And it took a while to get here. They crept up slow. They never freaking crescented. And they're as big as we are, well within lunar distance. Lunar distance is right about here. That's inside the lunar distance. And you can see it at night. You can call me crazy narcissist all you want. But if you go out there and look at your north sky, you might want to fucking sit down first. I don't know. You're going to shit your pants if you think I'm some kind of narcissist liar pointing at shit that you're not going to see, because you'll see it. A lot bigger than you could imagine or want it to be. Right on your ass. And you're sitting here calling me names. Where am I wrong? Exactly. Scientific Lee is referring to Ben Davidson, who we have already had many dealings with. The man came over and said what the moon's doing is normal and the Earth's axis hadn't shifted. And then NASA came out and admitted the Earth's axis shifted, and Ben Davidson got quiet as a little fucking bitch. Now, this is a fucking object back here throwing off a magnetosphere. It's pushing just like Earth is pushing. You see these field lines? They're closed. That pushes against magnets, entangled with another magnet clearly from well behind us. EMF, IM, EMF, IMF lines in the EMF field court empirical evidence. We're pushing away from another magnet right here. Boom. That's why she has closed field lines. We've covered this. The only reason for a field line to close is if it's pushing against another magnet. Period. She is drawing in power from this bow shock and has been. It is inducing energy and heat into the planet. That's why your quakes and your volcanoes have started going freaking insane. This is not a weak magnet like Ben Davidson is trying to tell you. This is like a electron magnet at the garbage dump where it rolls over a car and you have to induce energy into the magnet to make it pick up the car. Guess what? That's what she's doing. That's not a weak magnet. She's busting out field lines all over here and closing them all day long. We've been documenting this for 3 freaking years. Ben Davidson has been introducing people on a NASA stage at NASA functions on a NASA payroll. Do you think he would keep his job at NASA if he wasn't supposed to badmouth them? How many times you watch the guy freaking or girl at fucking Burger King get fired for saying something on social media? Ben Davidson's whole campaign is anti-NASA. Duh. This model is exhibiting our magnet, and this is our bow shock. This is an IMF line that shouldn't be here. It is technically the reconnection to a sun, is what this is referred to as. This has been going on for several years now. It's supposed to be a momentary thing. This is several years of having a IMF line plastered to our bow shock. And look at it. It's crunchy. It indicates solid objects really well. Dink, dink. There's something there within lunar distance. See this? This happens when you have multiple magnets in a ferrocell. We get this pattern. There are multiple magnets behind you. Period. It's physics. It's not guesswork. And if you don't understand it, you might want to go study it. It's magnetics. You want to know about a magnet? I would go see this guy, Thesora Apophis. He has ferrocells, and as we've seen, this is the guy that runs the model for the hallback over the neodymium that I show that lights the lights. This guy right here, free energy. Yeah, you might have to pay $1,000 for a magnet, but the motherfucker makes energy forever. Do the math. It's pretty fucking free. Compression of the atmosphere began because the polar vortex clockwise rotation on the northern hemisphere in spite of the Coriolis effect that began in 2010 tilted the planet. Earth rolls like this instead of like this. However, this has compressed our atmosphere down to 250. This is not what it should look like. And it's being pressed all the way to the ground, which is explaining all your crazy weather. And we've been discussing this for quite some time. Now, if you're a latecomer, oh well, you might want to go to the older videos where I was predicting the globe is going to light on fire this year because of this Anti-Coriolis effect. We're being compressed by huge magnets around us, and the atmosphere is from the ionosphere, supposed to be here, which has been compressed to here, to the ground is the void in which the Schumann frequency bounces. When that gets compressed, the frequency goes up. It's that simple. When that happens, if you have an electric clock plugged into the wall, synchronized with the world clock on your computer, not hooked up to the world clock, however, you will start to notice that it is fluctuating by minutes every week, and we're slowing down. We are, in fact, tapping the brakes. You can see wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. However, they're all hitting the west coasts of the globe, the entire globe. The east coasts are not getting the high tides, including the Mediterranean and the Hudson fucking Bay. Every piece of water is higher on the west coasts than it is on the east coasts of the planet, which is a brand new phenomenon, regardless of if it's hurricane season or not. There ain't no goddamn hurricanes. But there are really high waves on the west coasts of the globe because, as your clock will tell you, we're slowing the fuck down by minutes per week. Anti what the establishment is telling you. Notice how further you go west on the planet from an east coast, it gets higher and higher in waves. Not a coincidence. Let me show you something. See the video page? See the little hoopty here with the magnifying glass, and you're going to type in Schumann and click it. And you're going to get a whole bunch of little fucking videos over here that you might want to watch if you want to survive the next few weeks. Your Schumann is out of 7.83 hertz. It will affect your sleep, your diet, your attitude, your brain fog. Are you having problems sleeping? How about your seasick? Are you dizzy? Are you hearing your ringing in your ears and stuff? Because that ain't good signs. You might want to get over here and learn how to fucking relax your magnet that's in your chest that you probably didn't know you had. Might want to watch this one too. Seriously. And I highly suggest while you're looking at my videos, you make extreme use of this bar right here. Notice human beings can feel magnetic fields. That was a legitimate freaking search. All of a sudden, you find out humans can feel magnetic fields. And if you scroll on down and start teaching yourself, doing your homework off of YouTube, you will also see humans can manipulate electromagnetic. That is, these changes in the power were mostly detected in the versus all three coils simultaneously. This result suggests that it's possible for human beings to alter the electromagnetic environment around their hands at will. I've shown you how to do this extensively. This was literally published July 5th, 2022, time stamped well after I discovered this. Human bodies emit electromagnetic radiation. You can change the fucking world. You can heal people who are sick and take their pain through the energy of Creator. Creator gives you this energy. You're just a tool. Feel free to use it. It's been given back to us. If you research and look and play with your magnet, I have shown you how. I've shown you everything I've said can be proven in a court of fucking law.